This is Ken Pyle at Parks Associates Smart Energy Summit. We're with Bill Harmon of Reliant Electric, and ironically, there goes an electric bus. And so we're here in San Antonio, but you're based out of Houston. You're a retailer of electricity, and you were just on a panel about engaging the consumer. And in your role, why don't you tell us about your role first at Reliant, and then we'll talk about the panel.
Sure. So I'm responsible for our mass markets business, so that's residential and small business customers. So at the highest level, I'm responsible for the P&L, the earnings of our customers. So like many retail electricity providers, we've been searching for ways to differentiate this commodity that we sell, electricity. Reliant has taken a stand several years ago that we would use becoming a trusted energy advocate as really a chief way to differentiate ourselves from our competitors. So in that journey over the last several years, we've launched about 10 products and services, smart energy products and services that leverage the smart grid that's been rolling out in Texas to create insights, choices, and convenience tools for our customers to better understand and manage their electricity usage.
So has that kind of, being this trusted advisor, has that led to engagement in terms of deploying some of these things like the smart thermostats and so forth, and then people actually using them?
Absolutely. In fact, we're really proud. We'll brag about some of the engagement numbers a bit. We have 700,000 of our 1.5 million, so basically 50% of our population is using at least one of those 10 products and services. And in fact, many of them are using more than one. And in Texas, as you know, it's a competitive market. Customers they're not forced in any way to choose these additional products and services. They've engaged with them. So at the highest level, that means things like we send out 30 million weekly summary emails to customers every Monday telling them how much they use, comparing that to the previous period, predicting what their bill will be at the end of that period to try to prevent bill shock, if you will. So we are actually very pleased with the engagement of customers in some of these products and services.
That's 20 emails per customer per month, isn't it? Is that
1.5 million customers. So we have roughly 700,000 customers on the weekly summary email, and they get it every week. So 52 weeks, 52 weeks a year. Comes every Monday.
So it's 30 million a year.
Exactly. Yeah. So did I say month? Is per year. Yeah.
But the point is that you're engaging them pretty regularly, and then they're reacting to that and changing their behavior accordingly. It sounds like
there is some behavior change. In fact, we ran a program. We called it Innovation Avenue, where we took a community near downtown Houston that had different kinds of houses and different families in it. There's about 10 families, and we rolled all of our smart energy products and services to these families. And we studied them. They allowed us to really engage with their family, and we studied their usage over a 1-year period of time. This actually got picked up by CBS and got some national media. At the end of that period, we looked back and measured the changes in usage. And for these families that had the full suite of smart energy products and services, on average, they saved used 17% less energy than they did prior to engaging with these tools. So we're pretty impressive usage reductions.
What sort of products are those? What specifically?
Yeah, sure. So a few categories, 3 categories. On the insight side, we're talking about that weekly summary email that helps customers understand what they use. We also have text alerts. Customers can configure budget text alerts where they'll get them on their mobile phone. We also have a web portal where customers can dig in and dig as deep as they want into their usage and costs. We have disaggregation services that will tell customers what in their home is using energy. Peer comparisons that will help you compare how energy in your home compares to similar homes in your area. Moving around the circle, we have a number of time of use rate plans. One of them is our nights and weekends plan. It's extremely popular. We've got tens of thousands of customers using this nights and weekends plan now. And then as I move around the kind of wheel to our convenience tools, smart thermostats is key. We've got partnerships with a number of smart thermostat producers. Probably the most popular is our partnership with Nest. We offer an electricity plan right now. We call it the Learn and Conserve plan. Customers sign up for that. They have 24 months of electricity at a fixed rate. In addition to that, they get one free Nest Learning thermostat that they can install in their home.
The nights and weekends plan, why don't you expound on that for those of us who aren't in the Houston area?
Yeah, absolutely. So we explored some traditional time of use rate plans with our customers where we had different tiers. During the season, there might be 2 tiers. During the off season, during the summer peak periods, there might be 3 tiers. Our experience with that is that not all, but a lot of consumers felt they were just pretty complicated to understand. So our goal was to simplify that, but still create a differential pricing for between reflecting what energy really costs. So our nights and weekends plan allows customers to get a discount on all their usage between in the evenings and on the weekends. So they get roughly a 10% discount for anything they use during nights and weekends, and through that it gives them the opportunity, if they choose, to shift some of their usage, some of that optional usage. So whether it's running the dishwasher or running laundry and those kind of things, they can shift those to periods of time that make sense for them and ultimately control their bill.
And speaking of control, now are you doing much in the way of allowing the consumers to opt in to allow you to control their appliances, if you will?
Yeah, we're piloting a demand response program. We have a couple demand response programs, but to answer your question, we have a pilot with a company called EcoFactor.
Mm-hmm.
They're here. I think they're one of the sponsors, actually, where we put a thermostat in the home of the customers, or maybe a couple, depending on how many they have in their home. And during demand response events, peak load times during Texas, we make small adjustments to the customer's usage, and that allows us to help the grid and help costs overall for that customer. The value proposition to the customer there is they have this kind of cool remote controllable. They can go into either onto a website or onto their mobile phone and control their thermostat, which is pretty neat. One thing that's great about the EcoFactor program is that the analytics behind understanding the usage in your home and the thermodynamics of your home allow them to pre-cool your home and really make the demand response event a non-event where it doesn't really impact your comfort.
And in fact, maybe even enhance it if they can pre-cool it when they know you're coming home from work or whatever, right?
Absolutely.
It makes life actually better.
Absolutely, it absolutely does.
So it sounds like that's another part of your strategy, is working with retailers, working with various third parties to make this happen and engage the consumers.
We spent a lot of time over the last 3 years in the as a utility, if you will, or a provider in the buy versus build decisioning. Generally, the direction we've gone when it comes to those insight services, we've chosen to build those in-house. We've got a pretty strong product development team we're very proud of that does the consumer research and rolls those out. But when it comes to hardware, we don't build those in-house. We find partners like EcoFactor, like Nest, and others that we work with to bring the best-of-breed technologies and solutions to our customers.
Well, super. It sounds like you're making good progress. You're reducing the electricity use, making things more efficient.
Absolutely. It's been a great experience so far.
Well, great. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks.